What up, squad? This is Greg Langstaff, and today I want to talk to you about upgrading your LinkedIn profile. Now, we have all been in that situation, myself included, where maybe we created our LinkedIn profile a while ago, maybe we've updated it a few times, but it's definitely not where it could be. Maybe we haven't updated it since we've had our latest job. Maybe we're just sort of letting it slip away because we're not job searching right now. But I am telling you, you need to update your LinkedIn profile. And here are several reasons why, even if you are not job searching right now. So first off, if you are applying to jobs, whether it's through LinkedIn or not, one of the first things the recruiter is going to do when they see your name, if they're taking you seriously as a candidate, they are going to look you up on LinkedIn. And obviously, this is going to have a huge impact on how they see you as a professional. Now, is your information lining up with what you have in your resume? Are you presenting yourself in a nice, well-rounded professional manner? These are huge questions on their mind. Now, if you are not currently job searching, guess what? Recruiters are still out there looking through profiles, performing searches, and seeing possible candidates for job opportunities. So if you are interested in being approached with job opportunities, whether you're job searching or not, just to have those options available, you need to have your profile up to date so these recruiters can identify you as a top performing candidate, as a top possible option, and reach out to you. And guess what? Even if you are not job searching, you have no intention of leaving your job, every time you meet someone in a professional setting, there's a very high likelihood that they are going to look you up on LinkedIn, and you do not want them to stumble across an old, out-of-date profile and not even be sure if this is you, if this is the right person. You simply want to make a great first impression or a great second impression with everyone you meet in any professional setting, because you never know how it could impact your career. So I hope I've convinced you that this is a worthwhile cause, because today I'm going to give you 5 ways that you can upgrade your LinkedIn profile, make it look seriously more professional. And each of these tips is going to take you less than 5 minutes to implement. Some of them are going to take you probably 30 seconds to implement, but they're hugely important. And we're going to walk you through how to do each of those right now. So first things first, let's talk about banner images. I'm going to hop on my computer and show you how to do this. So for your information, the banner image is this piece here that sits behind our profile picture. And it comes up when people are on our profile, but it also comes up when people search for us. So this is a critical part of making a great first impression. Now, a lot of people don't use this piece, which is too bad because it's really easy to make a great banner image. I'm going to show you how to do this right now. It's going to take you 2-3 minutes tops. So go to canva.com. And then in the search bar here, we're just going to type LinkedIn banner. And then you can select from any number of these amazing templates. Or as I like to do, we'll just click on this blank banner, then click on photos, and type in something that is either related to your work or a personal interest of yours. I obviously am a writer, so I'll plug this in here. Great. We can click on it and adjust sort of where the image is. Then click on text, add a heading, add your name, add a subheading, add a couple of keywords related to what you do, and we're done. Now, there are a lot of other ways you can go with your LinkedIn banner image, and I walk through each of those in my LinkedIn course, which I'm going to give you a bit more detail on later. Now, let's talk a bit about your headline. So the headline appears not only on your profile, but every time you pop up on LinkedIn. So when people are searching for you, they're going to see your headline. When people are messaging you through the messaging function, they're going to see your headline. If you post something, if you comment, anytime you show up on LinkedIn, your headline is going to be right there next to your name. This is arguably the most important part of your profile. And one of the things that LinkedIn does is by default, it sets your headline to be your most recent job title. Now, this is not the worst thing in the world, but we can do so much better. Unless you have an amazing job like starting point guard for the Toronto Raptors or some sort of really cool position, we can do better. Now, I'm not saying you don't include your job title at all, But we can certainly add to that. And in a lot of cases, it's not really necessary to have your exact job title. It's just an option. So I'm going to walk you through a formula right now that I use to write great LinkedIn headlines for all my clients, and something that I've even used myself. So the formula that I use goes like this. So we go job category, and then we write expert. Then we use a little dash. Then we do industry, specialist. Again, another little line. Then we're going to mention something about our leadership style, another line, and then a personal interest. And why a personal interest? I mean, LinkedIn, it is a social media platform. It's professional, but we also want to humanize you. We want them to start thinking of you as a real person. And this is a great way to do that. So that example, that formula that I laid out, that could look something like this. Digital marketing expert, entertainment specialist, results-oriented leader, marathon runner. Now, again, in my LinkedIn course, which I'm going to link down below, I have an activity that'll walk you through the perfect way to identify what your best attributes are to share in your headline. But this is sort of the general idea. Because this is such an important piece of your profile, would prioritize updating this as soon as possible. Next, let's talk about the skills section. So this is one of my favorite pieces of LinkedIn, and it's super easy to update. It's going to take you no time at all. The most important part of updating your skills section is just knowing what skills to prioritize here. And I'm going to show you a little hack that you can use to find what skills you should be listing, what keywords you should be prioritizing, and how to kind of use this section to come up in recruiter searches as they're looking for people like you on LinkedIn. Okay, so we're back in LinkedIn. Go to the search bar here and type in a job that you're interested in. Select in jobs. Then what we're going to do is find a couple of jobs that we're interested in. We're going to copy and paste the job postings. Then we're going to go to a site called wordclouds.com. We're going to click on File, Paste/Type Text. We'll paste in the job posting, and you can do this with a couple job postings just so you know you're getting the right keywords. And then this word cloud is going to give us some keywords we can use. And so just take a look at this, find sort of the biggest words that aren't filler words, and that's what we're going to use. So obviously here we've got our traffic, client services, business management, growth, digital marketing, of course, and then even looking at some of the smaller ones, conversions, HubSpot, and this is going to give you some keywords that you can use for your skills section. Now you can also just read through those job postings yourself, and if you see anything that seems like a really important part of the job, or some technology that you're going to need to be able to use, or equipment you need to be able to use, that is also a great way to figure out what skills to include in your skills section on LinkedIn. Just do me a favor, do not include any content that is not relevant to your experience. This may help you show up in recruiter searches a little bit better, but it is definitely going to burn you in the long run, because remember, if everything goes according to plan, you will end up working with these people, getting to know them, and having to use these skills that you say you have. So honesty is the best policy. Now the fourth quick and easy LinkedIn upgrade is probably the most important. And I can tell you, when I look at someone's LinkedIn profile, this is the most impressive thing that I can see if people are using this section right. And what I'm talking about, of course, is recommendations. So as you'll see on my profile, when we scroll down, underneath my experience and education and skills, I've got about 15 recommendations here. This is awesome. I'm very proud of this. I probably should be asking people for recommendations more often, but nonetheless, this is a really valuable asset on your LinkedIn profile. So who are we asking for recommendations from? Well, obviously any former or current boss is a great option. We can also ask any clients that we've worked with. We can even ask former colleagues. Now, in terms of what we say when we're asking for a recommendation, which you can do simply by clicking on this button here, let's pick someone we want to ask. We're going to select our relationship, select the position we were in at the time. So what we want to do here is not just say, could you write me a recommendation? If you are asking someone who you know pretty well, I think that you probably know how to handle that. But just in case you're asking someone who you're not super close or friendly with. This is a bit more of a script that you can follow. So let's say, hi, Leonard. I want to thank you again for being such a great partner with, and then we'll mention a project we worked on. So let's say we were doing new student orientation back when I was working with Leonard. I'm working on improving my LinkedIn profile at the moment, and I'm hoping you wouldn't mind writing me a short recommendation based on your experience working with me. It would mean a lot coming from you because of the great work that you do. So we're reminding them what we've done together, and we're being very complimentary as we ask. But it's still short and sweet. Now, one thing I'll caution you against here is trading recommendations with someone else, because as you saw on my profile, it shows the recommendations that you have given and the recommendations that you've received. So if someone sees a nice recommendation from someone and then they click on the recommendations you've given and they see that person also, that you also gave that person a recommendation, it kind of ruins the credibility of it a little bit. So maybe just don't do that. Now, the last sub 5-minute LinkedIn profile enhancement that I'm going to talk you through right now is updating your URL and customizing it so that it's not that default long string of letters and numbers. This is going to take you maybe 15 to 20 seconds. So I'm just going to show you how to do this right now. It's a really great, quick way to upgrade your profile and make it look more professional. So in your profile, you just click Edit Public Profile and URL here. And then click on this little edit pencil and type in whatever you want. It'll tell you if the URL is taken. You might have to try a few, but it's that easy. And those, my friends, are the 5 things that you can do to upgrade your LinkedIn profile in under 5 minutes and make it look seriously more impressive, help you attract recruiters, land new jobs. Now, obviously, there are a lot more pieces of your LinkedIn profile that you really need to perfect if you're looking for those quick and effective results and looking to build your network. There is the About section, which obviously, we need to build out to really tell our story and get people on our side and convince people that we have the skills and the background that they're looking for. There are very specific ways that we need to kind of convey our experiences in the experience section. There are about 10, 12 other sections of our profile that we can be using if we're really trying to maximize the capability of LinkedIn. And obviously, I don't have time to go over all of those right now. However, I have created a course designed to walk you through each and every piece of your LinkedIn profile and help you maximize the output that you are achieving out of LinkedIn. So if you appreciate this content, you like learning this way, I think you would really benefit a lot from the LinkedIn course. And to make it a little bit easier for you today, I'm going to offer you 50% off. Just use promo code YouTube50 in the link down below and access the course. I would love to see you in there. And of course, make sure to add me on LinkedIn. That's all for today. I've been Greg Langstaff, and remember, you deserve a job you love.